So for today, we'll be discussing discontinuous conduction mode or DCM. The very basic concept lang or its concept lang naman yung ating yung discuss no. So for discontinuous conduction mode or DCM, it occurs in power electronic converters when the inductor or transformer current falls to zero during the part of the switching cycle, no? So pag gaya ng mga discuss natin last time, yung mga switching devices natin like yung mga MOSFET, IGBT, BJTs, no? If they have switching, pagka nag-switch tayo into off mode, no, yung conduction ng ating current will be discontinued, no? So thus you have here discontinuous conduction mode. This mode is common in low power application where energy transfer per cycle is small, no? Itong mga DCM or yung mga DCM na it occurs mostly doon sa mga low powered applications, no? Okay. Now, in a DC to DC converter, for example, you have here yung 220 to 12 volts or rather not 220. 12 volts to 5 volts DC converter conversion like yung buck boost or buck boost converter. An inductor stores energy during the part of the switching cycle and releases it during the other part, no? So for example, you have here yung ating meron tayong inductor, no? Ito, cylindrical, no? You have here yung inductor natin, no? Let's say this is a spiral inductor, no? It will store and it will release energy during its different phases or different occurrence, no? In continuous conduction mode, the inductor current never reaches zero, no? So the energy is always flowing. Ibig sabihin, pag nakakonect yung ating mga load and supply, continuous yung ating conduction. So therefore, yung current, it will never reach zero. Apparent doon sa discontinuous conduction mode na magpo-fall siya into zero kasi discontinued, no? So therefore, merong zero or may downfall yung ating current, no? So when does DCM occur? Kailan na nangyayari yung discontinuous conduction mode? So discontinuous conduction mode typically happen when the current load current is low. So mahina yung load current syempre due to the underloading or mga underload systems, pwede tayo mag-switch into off, no? So therefore, discontinuous conduction mode may occur, no? The inductor or transformer does not store enough energy to sustain continuous current, no? So for example, masyadong mataas yung requirement ng isang load or continuous load ng isang load, no? So yung parang RMS current, no? You have neglecting peak current, no? So yung continuous current natin mataas pa kumpara sa binibigay ng transformer or yung inductor. Therefore, DCM can occur, no? O pwede siya mangyari. The switching frequency is high, causing the inductor to charge completely before the next cycle, no? So, for example, you have here, 'di ba, ang formula for capacitance, inductance, 'di ba? It related to frequency, 'di ba? Yung mga 2 pi FL natin, 2 pi FC. If you have high frequency source or yung ating panggagalingan is high frequency, mas mabilis mag-occur yung completeness or yung pag-store ng energy in a inductor. So therefore, DCM can happen more frequently in high frequency applications, no? So DCM behavior in a boost converter, no? So you have here switch on duration, no? D is times TS where the MOSFET is on. So therefore, yung inductor na to at this time, it will store energy and the inductor current increases linearly. So ibig sabihin, nag-charge up siya. Kumbaga, pumapasok yung kuryente, nag-charge yung ating inductor or nag-store siya ng energy, no? Next phase naman, during the switch off period, no? Obviously, we will turn off the MOSFET or this switching device. The switch turns off and the diode conducts, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung ating inductor magbibigay na ng energy kasi na off na yung ating switch, no? Then current decreases linearly. Pababa siya in a linear form. After that, in the DCM region, after releasing its energy, the inductor current reaches zero and stays at zero until the next cycle. So obviously, yung ating inductor, it will stay at zero regardless kung hindi pa nag-i-start yung susunod na cycle. For the next cycle, dapat switch on siya. Therefore, pag switch on siya, maglalagay siya ng current or mag-store ulit siya ng current. Then, switch off again and then DCM again or discontinuous conduction mode again in that point. No? Pag store na niya, na-release na niya, and DCM region na again. No? So, key characteristics of a DCM. No? So, you have here the inductor current reaches zero before the next switching period. No? So, may pagka-zero siya or mag-fall siya into zero. Meron kasing mga switching systems na kahit naka-off na yung ating circuit, meron pa rin inductor current or meron pa rin nag-flow na current. No? Yun yung mga continuous conduction mode. In this case kasi, sa DCM, zero talaga yung ating inductor. The circuits operate in these three distinct phases. No? Yun nga, yung energy storage, ito yung pagka-on, na-on yung ating circuit, no? Yung pag na-on siya, mag-build up ng energy doon sa inductor, and the transfer phase naman, yung pag na-off na siya, magbibigay pa siya ng somewhat ng current or energy doon sa load, and the idle phase naman, ito naman yung completely off, no? Yung current nga is zero. Ito yung mga advantages of DCM or discontinuous conduction mode. So you have here yung simplified control. Mas madali siyang i-controlin dahil apparently if you pag in-off mo, you can assume that the current is off na rin. No need for current control, no? Since yung ating inductor nare-reset or kumbaga start to basics siya. It will start at zero again, no? Kasi may mga circuitry na hindi nag-start to zero, no? For example, may mga systems na pagka turn on mo from 0 to 5 amperes, 10 amperes, pag in-off mo naman, may idle pa rin siya na 0.3, 0.2 amperes, no? Ganun yung mga hindi siya naging zero, hindi siya na-reset, no? So therefore, pag DCM, mas simplified, mas madali dahil nagiging zero nga ulit siya, umuulit siya or back to basic ulit siya or back to zero again. Reduce core loss, less magnetic hysteresis loss due to complete inductor discharge. Ano ibig sabihin dyan? Kasi sa in aid system, pag merong DCM, wala nang core loss dahil pagpatay na yung system, discontinuous conduction mode na siya, wala nang current dun sa inductor. No? So therefore, reduce nga naman or wala ka nga namang core loss. No? So next, you have here lower switching stress. The zero current switching transition can reduce the switching losses. No? So in this case, mas less stress in a switching transition kasi it will reset nga, no? Naging zero siya, no? Hindi siya nakaka-carry over. For example, 0.3 man siya, tapos i-retain ulit sa 5 amperes and so on and so forth, no? In this case kasi naging zero siya, mas less stress on a system or in a circuit. Syempre kung may advantages, meron namang disadvantage dito. No? Disadvantage of DCM, higher peak. So higher peak currents can increase conduction losses and higher EMI, no? Or yung tinatawag natin sa EMI, electromagnetic interference, or yung parang yung maganon sa parang ringing sound, no? Narinig ko to no? Para siya, or for example, nakaayos na kayo ng nakaranas na kayo ng yung mga old school na TV na pag may magte-text sa cellphone, yung TV parang ma-shake, tek gumagana ng kaunti, na. So yun yung mga yung mga interference, na electromagnetic interference 'yon, na. Like yung sinasabi ng mga, 'di ba, yung mga iPhone natin, yung mga cellphone natin, ilalayo daw natin sa microwave, no, para hindi daw masira. Actually, dati tama 'yun, pero ngayon the more that the technology advances, meron na tayong mga blockage or kumbaga nabablock na natin yung mga interference na to, no? Tsaka nabalitaan niyo yung nakumpiskang mga yung mga radio jamming devices na sinesell sa binebenta sa mga sa Facebook, no? Around 20,000 na tayo, 30,000, no? Yung mga radio jamming devices na yon, yan. Actually, it is in the principle of EMI, no? No, interference talaga, no? Actually, applicable dapat yung mga ganong radio jamming devices sa mga examination setup, no? Dapat may mga ganon talaga sa mga exams, no? Para kahit may dalang cellphone man, walang signal yung cellphone or hindi makakapag-send, no? Wider voltage and current variation, it requires more robust voltage regulation. Bakit? Kasi, syempre, mag-zero nga yung current mo, mag-zero din si voltage mo. So, therefore, mas varying yung iyong voltage at current kumpara sa mga continuous conduction mode, no? Kumbaga, naka-retain lang siya sa 5 amperes pag continuous. In this case kasi, magpipeak, mag-RMS, or RMS value nyo, kukunin niyo yung RMS value nun, tapos na negative peak and etc. No? So, mas wide, kumbaga. No? Lower efficiency at high loads. No? So, it pertains in frequency naman din. No? So, you have here 2πfL, 2πfC to compute the total impedance, Z, di ba, yung mga total impedance natin, yung ano ba yan, mga Z is equals to R plus XL minus XC, di ba? Pag mas mataas yung iyong impedance, mas mataas yung iyong frequency, mas mataas yung losses, mas mataas yung magiging power loss, no? Gaya nga nung nagiging losses dun sa sa core loss and hysteresis losses, 'di ba? The more na mas may current ka sa inductor or although wala kang current sa inductor pag DCM, pero mataas naman yung frequency mo, mas mataas pa rin yung efficiency or mas mababa pa rin yung efficiency mo dahil mataas yung frequency mo, no? Ito yung mga low efficiency at high loads. Next, applications of DCM, no? Ito yung usually makita sa DCM, mga DC to DC converter, yung mga buck boost and flyback converters ng mga topics nyo, ng mga naunang electronics nyo. LED drivers where variable loads led to intermittent conduction. Then, yung mga battery chargers and small power supplies. No? Ito yung mga application of DCMs natin. So, ito yung mga key comparisons of a DCM versus CCM. No? Discontinuous conduction mode and continuous conduction mode. No? DCM falls to 0 per cycle. No? Sa CCM, always continuous kasi continuous nga naman siya, di ba? Complexity is sa lower complexity, mas madali siyang i-galawin or i-configure dahil naging zero nga yung ating inductor current. Ito naman, mas complex to kasi hindi naging zero yung current mo. No? Efficiency at high load, mas mababa yung efficiency ng DCM kumpara sa CCM. No? So, switching losses, so lower, possible lang lower switching loss dahil zero nga naman yung ating continuous conduction mode. Or, so therefore, zero din yung magiging loss mo. Dito kasi, pagka CCM, continuous conduction mode, if ever na you need to switch off the circuit, meron pa rin continuous current. So therefore, meron kang switching losses pa rin, nasa taas pa rin. EMI loss noise naman, or ating electromagnetic interference, o yung noise nga naman, nasa taas sa DCM, no? Compare sa CCM. Dahil, yun nga, yung discuss ko kanina, no? O sinasabi ko kanina. Ito yung ating inductor current. Ito yung behavior of the inductor current. It will increase linearly during the phase-on phase. No? Ito yung kulay asul. Tapos, pag in-switch off, magdi-decrease linearly din. No? Ito yung time na nagbibigay yung inductor current ng charge, ng stored energy niya. No? Tapos, pag off na siya, ito na yung DCM. Okay. Ito naman yung behavior ng voltage. No? Kung ito naman yung current, ito naman yung voltage. No? Pag turn on, merong voltage of mataas, syempre may given voltage. No? Pagka during the turn off phase, no, dapat that time na normalize. No? During the off phase, dito na siya, mababa siya, or in negative na siya, or dapat nasa negative siya dahil mag-pick down siya, bababa siya. No? Then after that, pag na-normalize, mag-zero siya. No, ito na yung kanyang idle phase or yung DCM phase na siya, no. Discontinuous conduction mode phase na siya dito at this point, no. Papansinin niyo ito 1 tapos ito nasa negative boundary. No, ito naman in 0 kasi 0 nga yung current natin doon. No? 0 current, 0 voltage.